Hey guys, let me know if you're just in. I'm just going to close another half out now at 50 pips. There we go, just took another half. So I've only got like 10% of the position running now. I've scaled out 3 times. So all I can say is thank you, gold. So today we're having a good day today. Let's lock in some more with our stock. Oh, I can't really do anything there. I'm just going to bring it down on the 5. So okay, I tell you what, it's not really going to make much of a difference. Uh, I'm just going to take it all off. There we go. Don't care now. I had a well, I literally just set off running back from the gym, um, and with a bit of luck, you could say, I pulled my calf, so I stopped running. So I just thought I'd have a quick look at the charts, but just in preparation for coming back. So the level I had drawn was this one here, and as the market closed below, it wicked up. Coming into Comex Open, I just thought we got all this clear candle space to trade into, so just sold underneath the low of this candle and just had best part of 50 points out of it. So it worked out quite nicely. Um, so look, let's just yeah, I've had a few trades today. Probably is it 6? Have a look. Yeah, 6 trades, 4 wins, 2 losses. Up 1,353 today. So a bit active, but uh, we'll see what we can find for the live stream, if anything at all. Um, yeah, I did say so. Look, here we go. Um, I mean, anyone that was on the DAX this morning, as per the setup, this was the trade here. Um, it literally just did skyrocket. I did take another trade. One of them was in here above the I think it was the 30. Yeah. Oh no, hourly it was. Here, it was this one because I had to wait for the hourly to close above because of the 30 structure. So bought above this and only traded it up into here, but again it was another nice little trade as per the rules because I missed this one in here. There was a nice, if you look, the market came in, nice BPC into the structure point. You could have bought any one of these. You could have bought the break of the highs, you could have bought the candle close above. If you wanted to be really aggressive now that you'd seen a close above here, you could have bought above any structure point here. Um, the structure was there. You'd had the close above. You'd had buyers come back in. So I don't mind where you want to do it in this vicinity. Right. Okay. So DAX. Let's clear the levels because they're not going to do us any good right now. Gold. We can. What does anyone see there? You took that one brilliant. Well done, Anna. So guys, come on. Tell me what you see setting up here. Do you see anything from a Anna, DAX, TP1, and break even on the retracement? Lovely. Anyone else take anything else today? All right. Okay, let's start with the daily chart because we want to get our direction from the higher time frames. So, first thing we're seeing, new highs, we're in a correction. Okay, so the daily's in a correction. So, because the daily's in a correction, which way should our bias be from a lower time frame standard, lower time frame point of view? Which direction should we be thinking about? So we've got an impulsive movement here. In an uptrend, we've got correction in play. Okay, bias is long. Okay, so what's happening on the daily chart? What's happening on the daily chart? Remember, this candle's still live. This candle's not closed. It could finish as a big bullish candle. It could finish as a big bearish candle. It could finish as an inside candle. We don't know. So what's happening on the daily chart? Yeah, but what's happening? What state of trend are we in? Okay, so if this is an impulse, what is this? It's the correction. Okay, so if the daily is a correction in an uptrend, until we see something on the lower time frame, our bias will be for shorts. Okay, because it's in a correction. Once the daily starts to impulse again, and we'll see that on the lower time frames because the structural change to the upside, we can then start to think about looking for moves to the upside. But really, what we're going to need to see is we're going to need to see this plateau. We need to see support formed. And we really need to see like a new high on the daily. So if you look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see it's still printing lower lows, lower highs, and again potentially a lower high. Now we've got impulse, correction on the 4-hour. So the correction on the 4-hour is actually a movement upwards, whereas the correction on the daily is this downward trend, okay, on the 4-hour. Does that make sense? So what we're looking for now is opportunities to potentially go back into the direction that the daily is moving, which is to the downside. So realistically, I'm looking for reasons to get short. Brilliant. Okay. So although we're seeing upward movement and new highs here on the 4-hour, on the 1-hour, the 4-hour is producing lower highs and lower lows. So it's just knowing where we are in the bigger picture. So realistically, in order to get the daily to start an impulsive move, we want maybe today finish like this, and then we want to break yesterday's high being today, if that makes sense. So tomorrow forms, and then we break this candle's high. That will confirm we're now in an uprange version. So right now, bias kind of remains to the short side. Um, Hence, I was all over this when it set up. The 30-minute look for you flip traders out there, I'm guessing you could look at flips underneath here to fill that, but it doesn't strike me as high probability. So now the next short trade we can take will be, let's say the market has a big move down, then it creates resistance, and then we can sell. Because then that will be going back into the daily corrective move. Because right now, this 1-hour trend we're seeing, or 30-minute trend we're seeing, is the 4-hour correction. But as soon as the 4-hour breaks the low, we then start back in the 4-hour impulse. So it's seeing where we are in each one of the parts of the cycle, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I'm just going to steer clear from gold for the time being. I'm not really, nothing's really jumping out. Now that we've had that move, I mean, DAX, well, look at this. DAX, we want to see resistance formed. We want to see, basically DAX, we're looking for a pullback. Looking for a pullback, we're looking for buyers to come back in. So we want to see the market come down, form support, whether it's here or whether it's lower or whether it's higher, it doesn't matter. We're going to look for support to be formed. Okay, once support's formed, we're going to be a buyer. Happy with that, guys? Yeah, so gold, gold you want to be looking, the bias is short, meaning you can be more forgiving with it because that's where I'd expect the daily to continue until we see something change, which will probably be a break of this high somewhere in here. So maybe when we get above this area, I'd probably look for it close above this area. Now you can see all this area here. This is the correction we're looking at. So impulse on the 1 hour. You could trade it back up to here, clean range, but I think we'll be able to find better chart setups. DAX is going without us. DAX, NASDAQ is going without us. I want to be a buyer of the NASDAQ, but we need a pullback. We need a pullback. DAX, I mean, if you're, this would be a Gandalf trade. So Gandalf loves his corrections. I think, is Gandalf in here today? Anna, is it just you talking today, or is there anyone else in? I can see other people, but no one else is talking. Or am I only seeing your chat for some reason? Is there anyone else in here that's got a keyboard besides Anna? Thank God you're asking questions, Anna. Yeah, no one else is talking. I can't see anything. I know there's other people in here, but I can't. Are they all on private or have I set people? Channel activity. It's the Mark and Anna show. There's got to be someone else that has a key. Oh, there you are, Jez. Is this your background music to woo your lady friends? If so, sorry, mate. You're gonna fail again. Multitasking. I won't ask. Lola, double dipping in and out with work. Love it. Okay, nice. Jez is probably doing the same. Right. Let's have a look. Ideally, I want to see a bigger pullback than just that one candle. Let's have a look at pound yen. Oh, pound yen could be the one. The others, I'm not sure we're going to get a setup on them. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, thanks. It's all right, guys. I'm only joking. So look, gold for me is going to be long above there. Maybe. I'm just trying to undivided attention when the trade is running. Until then, my mouse is moving on my work. That's fine, Lola. Can you explain why you would not take a momentum entry on the NASDAQ long now? Has it gone too far? Let's have a look. But okay, so you got the close above here. The entry was here if you were going to take a trade. So you were 30 pips, 30 points above where our entry price should have been. So we just have to wait and hopefully we can get a pullback. I'm sure we'll get a pullback, and if we don't, we just keep our eyes on pound yen for a close below. See, yens are in. Okay, yeah. So look, yen has stalled at those highs. From a higher time perspective, I would be interested in short gold underneath Friday's low, but I'm not gonna do that. Um, I think we're gonna be a little bit stuck for some trades today, to be fair, guys, and unless we get some pullbacks. So, right, look, okay, so let's just write up on the chart what we're gonna look for. So BPC long DAX, wait for support to form. Okay, so I'm not doing anything on the DAX other than a long BPC. I don't want to get involved in longs here while it's 270 points to the good. I want to see price rotate lower, so we're going to look for at least two seller candles. Okay, so that's the DAX covered. I'm not looking for shorts, only looking for longs today on the DAX. Could could you take the flip? Actually, there is room for the flip on. Got 25 pips. It's 25 pips to the lows and 50 pips down to here. Yeah, I'm not going to take it because I'm in a good position today. But based on what I'm looking at from the higher time frame, I think it's a valid opportunity. Um, so you could look at a 30-minute flip on gold sells. It's 25 pips in to fill the range. But Mr. Armand, good afternoon, sir. How the devil are you? My preferred chart, if we get it set up, is going to be pound yen, believe it or not. Could this be two pound yen trades in two successive days? We've got 4 minutes to wait. And looking at this, it's going to be. Now, guys, while we're waiting for this to set up, there is 6 days, yes, 6 days left to enter. Oh, 6 days left to enter the Instant FX Capital giveaway. Yes, you heard me right, giveaway. What's happening is we are giving away a $5,000 up to $100,000 account. So how do you enter? It's very, very simple. You have 6 days to enter. All you have to do is go to the Instant FX Capital website. Here it is. You click on the link, you go to apply now, you open up your first instant funded account. Why would you do that? Well, anyone with an active account that places a trade before 6 p.m. on the 31st of March will be entered into a draw. Using your account number and email address, you'll be entered into a draw. Whichever name or email address is pulled out, you will be the winner of a $5,000 instant funded account with the opportunity to trade it all the way up to $100,000 based on performance. If you want multiple entries, then you just open multiple accounts. Account sizes start from $300 deposit up to $5,000 deposit. So it's up to you which you go for. And also, there's more ways to get more entries. All you need to do, though, is start the application process and all details will be revealed. There will be a Zoom at 7 p.m. on the 31st that I will do. All your names, account numbers, email addresses, whatever we choose to run on the day will be entered into a random picker. If you've got multiple entries, your name will be put in multiple times, or your account numbers will be put in, email address will be put in multiple times, whatever it is, you'll see it all live on the screen, and then we'll just hit spin, and as it spins around, it's going to select a winner. That lucky person will be walking away at the end of the day with a $5,000 account that can be traded up to $100,000. There are no challenges, meaning it's instant, it's live cash. All you have to do is trade it. Once you hit your first milestone, your profits will be shared with you into your personal account. Okay, it's very, very simple. So all you need to do, click on that link, open up your first instant funded account. Once you've done that, place a trade before the 31st at 6 p.m. and you're going to be automatically entered into the draw. So we're just waiting. We've got 1 more minute for this candle to close. Let's switch screens and potentially we're going to get a trade here. Oh, there we go. Oh, open call. Switch. Should have done this before I was rabbiting. Hold on, what's going on? Alright, I'm just gonna have to sell live, I think. Ah, bugger, missed it while I was. There we go. Alright. Let's get rid of that. Partial TP 15. Let's take off 65%. Alright. Oh, hold on. We need to do something here. Edit. So I've just seen this structure here. I did have 15 pips first target, but I've brought my TP up to 10 because of this structure here. So I also did miss about 2 pips by slightly late entry. Right, we can bring our stops down to give it a couple of pips above the highs. So I'm going to bring in the 70% rule, only on the basis that I've had a great day and I don't want to hand a lot of profit back. So let me know if you're in this trade with us. So no traders on pound yen for months, and then we do 2 back to back. Can we get the same result we did yesterday? Yesterday's was a long effort, was a buy. Ooh. So very small risk here. So because we brought our stop down very, very quickly. Once it created a top wick, moved down. So on 7 lots, I've only got $360 risk here. How late, Anna? And to be fair, mine was probably half a pip late. Uh, Yeah, so I'm probably gonna get kicked out of this one, and this is me just being super, super aggressive with the stops here right now, just making sure that any profit that is handed back is going to be a small amount. I think if you're not had a big day, then your stop should be above structure still. There we go. Okay, 3 pips. Okay, yeah. So see what I handed back. 360 hopefully. So we should be about 990. 1,353. What? These guys, I tell you, you have to be careful. See, this is why you need to use instant FX capital. It's time to name and shame these guys. They they really, really do not execute very, very well at all. So gold longs M15. Not for me, buddy. But yeah, by all means, it's up to you. I just took a pound yen short, but I brought my stop down very, very aggressively. Um, yeah, basically cost an extra $100 that because of poor execution. Should have been a $359 loss, but I think when you look at it, by the time I break it down, it was probably more like 450. Now, DAX traders, this is this is for the contrarian traders, this is a sell. But I won't be doing anything. Right, DAX. Right, let's come back and let's see if we can find, not find, see what opportunities are presenting. What's the question? Sandwich? No. Uh, right, who else have we got in here today? There's only Jez, Peter, and Lola both managing work whilst logging in. Anyone, anyone that likes contrarian trades, then the DAX is one for you. Um, I would expect there's a good 20 to 40 points to be had out of this. Maybe more. So, is there anyone that is new to the channel that is near London? All right, so we are waiting for the main trade for me is going to be BPC long on the DAX. Gold, I'm going to look for longs above here. Because then if we get above here, that should be, we're long then above, we've then broken new daily highs. Then we should be back into what I would say is an impulse move for the daily. Yeah. Did anyone take the DAX shorts? If you look at this, you've got moved down, 15-minute failed rally, broke the highs, and now we've just broken the lows. So I'm still waiting on pound yen. I've got my stop loss on the top. Yeah, so I think pound yen, that should be fine. But I was super aggressive. Now that it's tapped this area, I think if you see like I was just looking for it to basically keep moving, and if it I wanted to see that move completely just drop. If it didn't drop, I wasn't going to be in it. Um, if you see a 5-minute bearish candle, then I think that should be good for a continuation low. So you're looking for price to basically create a bearish candle, break the low of one of the previous candles, and then we should see the market continue to sell off. That'd be a nice one. But oh, DAX is dropping. If anyone took that. All right, so we're gonna wait for NASDAQ to pull back into here for BPC longs. There's no news today, is there, if I remember rightly, unless there's anything else that's popped up. Let's just have a quick look. Monday, Tuesday the 25th, absolutely nothing. Let's see if there's any orange flag news. Tuesday, dollar, consumer confidence at 2 p.m. So we've got an hour for that. S&P composite, that's in 4 minutes. So let's see what happens there. Uh, New home sales at 2 o'clock and Richmond Manufacturing Index at 2 o'clock. So there's a fair bit, to be fair, around 2 o'clock in orange flag data. I don't know if any of the other news providers categorize it as major, but according to Forex Factory, it's not major. BPC long here, let's uh, so there are trades, guys. That's what we're looking for. NAS and DAX to both create support. Once they do that, we'll be good to go for longs. Simon, did you take it? If you did, it's obviously working out quite nicely for you. But yeah, I'm staying away from gold long until we break one of the daily highs now. Okay, who didn't take it, but gold long would have worked well. Yep. So lower time frame, it's fine. We did talk about it earlier and say, look, that we're seeing an hourly uptrend, but bias remains short based on what we're seeing. On the upside, we took a short through here, or I did earlier. Um, the long, you got clear candle space to trade it, but obviously it's horses for courses. You know, if you spot these and you look at it, screen grab it, Simon, make a note of it, and say, right, if I'd have taken this, this is what would have happened. I would have had for our coaching session. There's the high. Give it a couple of pips, so 44. It did 27 pips, so you would have got T1, T2. Trump to NBC. Waltz has learned a lesson, and he's a good man. Okay. Uh, what's happening in pound yen? Still stuck at that support level that we've broken out of. We closed below. Let's see on the hourly basis. Oh, she never learns, does she? She never learns. Mother calling again. Always on live stream. Let me just on live stream. The amount of times we have to send that same message. I say, I'm on live stream. She replies, only rang to say hi. Wonderful. Oh, dear me, guys. She's a funny one. Uh, okay, so if it closes back inside the range, I'd be a little bit skeptical. So Anna, if you're in on this, your stop is currently what, about 194.40? All right, I'm gonna wait. What we got? The NYSE opens in 29 minutes, guys. So in 29 minutes, hopefully we can see a little bit of spark in the market. You don't know why you didn't take it. I'll tell you why you didn't take it. Do you want to know why you didn't take it? You didn't take it because you just from work. You just got in front of your computer, you logged in, it was a bit of a rush, you looked at the charts, you liked the setup, but you didn't have to do it, or you didn't have confidence in yourself there and then. It's the only reason. If it met your rules, then it should be an emotionless transaction. That's it. You know, the big right. The reason I tell you why Anna's doing really, really well. Not just The main thing is she believes in the process. Maybe she believes in the process a little bit too well at times. So what I mean by that is she sees something, she believes that it's going to pay off. She believes if she takes every setup that's there, it's going to pay out. So it's a bit like the explanation I was telling you the other day. You know, if you're a football player and let's say you're a striker, if you're full of confidence, you're just going to shoot a goal every time you get the ball. If you lack confidence, you're going to pass the ball every time you get in a one-on-one or you get in a good place. But the difference between, let's say, a good player and a great player, Harry Kane. Harry Kane will pass the ball when he needs to, but if he gets the opportunity, he'll always have a shot at goal. It doesn't matter if he doesn't score, he'll always shoot a goal. So because he believes in his ability, right? And that just comes through years of playing, years of doing the same thing. So when you question yourself why you don't take things, it's because a lack of confidence, mainly because you can't build confidence without doing it. So the only way you can build confidence is either reduce your risk. So let's say you're trading at one lot, reduce it to zero point 0.2 or zero point 0.1 and take every goddamn trade that you see. And then you'll know what you're good at. There's no point risking high if you're not going to place the trades, even if you can analyze the charts. Anna's going away for 15 minutes and coming back. How rude. How rude. Okay, no worries. We'll save your seat at the desk. Right, Spenny. Oh, come on, Spence. What do you reckon? What should we buy today? Gold, NASDQ, pound yen? We'll, I think we'll start asking the dog which ones we're going to look at. But anyone take the DAX short would have worked out a treat. I think you'd have got you 20 pips. Yeah, 38 pips. Had I not had a great day so far, I would have taken that. Oh, here you go. Pound yen potentially back on the cards. So if you're in this, guys, what you need to do for trade management, the second it breaks the low, put your stop above the high of this bullish candle. So you bring your stop Lola for you, it'd be down from 41 to about 33. Hey Lola, did you how was Verona? Did she enjoy the live stream? Right. Okay, we have. Are there any new people on the live stream today, guys? It's a bit quiet today. Why is that? I know Mr. Armour's had to depart. Uh, just being hammered with you. She was planning to come back today. Lovely. Does she not fancy joining us in the community? It's always nice when friends refer friends. Hey, where's Paolo? Has anyone spoken to Paolo? Let's just that and just give him Paolo a bit of stick. Just messaged him. Said I thought you wanted to master this. Right. Okay. We 22 minutes for NASDAQ to open. Now let's look at it on the daily. So look, daily. I mean, from a daily flip point of view, uh, this was perfect. Markets week down 45 to the top to fill the candle range. Looks good. Bias for Nasdaq is long, at least until we get into this area around 20,800. So yeah, bias is long. We've got a good 300 plus points at least to move, I believe here. We'll just wait for to be fair, resistance has formed here. We've broken the low. If this candle breaks the highs, not the highs, just closes above here. If it wicks down, you can buy this one. My bias is long on this market. My bias is long on this market. I'm gonna pull up. I'm not placing the order. I'm just gonna pull up the open calc on there. What's going on? Okay. So we look at the 30, 15. So we did say we wanted support to be formed. We wanted to see Tuesday. Okay, so the S&P data came in pretty much as expected. So it's change in the selling price of a single family home. So it changes. The data that came in was the change in the selling price of single family homes in 20 metropolitan areas. So it was up by 0.1%. So house prices have been on the increase by the looks of it. All right. 20 minutes to go, guys. 20 minutes to go for potential NASDAQ trade. If you're in the pound yen trade, guys, um, I got stopped at -6 pips. Literally, as soon as it broke the lows, I brought my stop down above the highs. So I think I lost about 6 pips, 5, 6 pips. So I was keeping losses very, very tight. DAX, we're waiting for a bullish candle to set up for support to be formed. So hopefully we can see. Oh, God, my family, constant. It's my dad now. Uh, I'll just. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna have to let him know. Right. Okay. So there's no one else left. There's no one else left to call me now from the family. Don't think the missus will call me. She's only in the other room. She'll just come and knock on the door. So that's all. Any family member that could call me now has called me. So hopefully that's the end of the interruptions. Uh, Yeah, DAX would have been a beautiful trade. Did anyone take the DAX? Must be about 50 points up now. 44 points up. So we've got to wait 17 minutes for the close, guys, and then we can potentially find an opportunity on the NASDAQ. Pound yen, if it breaks the hourly low, yeah, you got good range. I think it's dropped down to about 38 pips now. Yeah, 37.9. But yeah, I'm done on this chart now. I don't like the way that hourly candle closed. So yeah, not for me. DAX is potentially going to set up. Looking for price. If price could test anywhere in this area here, I'll just put that there for now. Then we're looking for a bullish candle to form, and we're along the DAX. And to be fair, that'd be my favorite setup, I think, over the NASDAQ right now, just because we've had a pullback. Yeah, yeah, it would be my preference. The DAX would be my preferred chart if we're going to take a trade today, guys. Uh, Pound yen, you'll be close to your entry prices, guys. So it's up to you how you want to manage it. Uh, if we break the low of the previous candle, then bring your stop down above the current candle's high. So if you do that, your risk will be negligible. You're talking what, about 5 pips or less. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not a huge fan on the gold chart, so I'm going to steer away from gold today. DAX will be the one. DAX is the chart. All we've got to do is wait for a bullish candle to form, and then we can be taking a trade. Any questions, guys? Would you take the NAS on the 15? Look, you can trade it as a momentum entry if you want above these highs. um, I'm going to wait for the DAX. The DAX is what I want to trade, so I'm just waiting for a bullish candle. So we've got 14 minutes. 14 minutes for a bullish candle to form. If it forms, then we all right. It's not placing a trade. I've just pulled up the open calc, so I'm just putting. Say, I'll just show you what I've done so you can see. So you know I haven't got any trades placed there. So as you can see, all I've done is I've just brought up my open calc. So I've just got the stop loss line. All right. So you swap to the iPad. No worries, mate. Whatever is best for you, buddy. So we're just waiting for a 15-minute bullish candle, then a wick down, and then we're a buyer. Okay. So how can we swap to the iPad, bud? Andrew at work listening in. Great to listen even if not trading. Always gems of spot on advice. Cheers, Andrew. Okay, well, let's hope we can catch something. Like I said, I did have a loss on pound yen, very negligible, but it's been a decent day so far. But not going to force any trades. Pound yen might be back at entry price now, maybe about a pip or two away from entry price. If it breaks that low, then we're good to go. Pound yen, guys. Anyone? If you're in the pound yen, God, I'm gonna give it a second bite of the cherry. I'm gonna take. There we go. So yeah, same as before, guys. I'm gonna hit the 70% rule. See 7 pips. I'm gonna move that stop to break even. I think we hit about 5.5 there. I didn't see 7. Very close to getting risk free. What's 1 pip? There we go. So break even, guys. It got about half a pip from take profit, but now you see how close we are to this structure over here. I'm going to give it another. We've got 8 minutes before the market opens, so I'd like to think we can get there, but you know, it's so close to structure, it could just literally reverse from where we are, but it's testing, 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 1 pip away, and there we go. So I took 70% off there, guys. So I've only left two lots on. So I took 70% of the position off. I'm just going to bring it down a little bit to cover some costs. So we've just, what do we, so we are back to, we basically just got we literally just got our money back, what we handed over initially. But we've still got some running, which it's only $100 up, $96 up. So we'll see what we can do with this. Let's put another partial TP down here. So again, always select just above the support level. Just check it on the 30. Okay, so look, I'm just cross-referencing. There we go. Now, whether we get down there or not is a different matter. Right, let's go back to the DAX. We've got 5 minutes here. Uh, okay, let's go back. Where are we? Still pushing. Let's have a look, see if we can lock any more profit. No, it's in the same candle, so can't do anything with that. If you want to be super, super aggressive, you can use the 5, but that's personal preference. I'd probably not use the 5 unless you're having an awesome day and there was some news coming out. So you want to give it, now you've hit TP and you've secured 50% of your profits at least, then it's up to you how you want to manage it. I'm going to bring it, I'm going to lock in because why not? You know, ultimately, I've already secured today's gains. Now it's about just locking in little bits here and there. Okay, and the DAX hasn't printed a bullish candle, so this one isn't gonna, well, it doesn't look like it's gonna set up. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna have to put my phone on charge. Let's go back to pound yen and see what's happening over there. So we're 13 pips up. Now, some of you might be saying, why did you bring your stop down and you lost 5, 6 pips on your first trade? Well, look, you don't know where the market's going to stop. I told you at the beginning I was going to move it very, very aggressively. And if it gave me a second bite of the cherry, which it did, then I'm happy to take it. For those of you that took it and you kept your stops above structure, well done. You should have, yeah, 15 pips. Everyone, Lola, you got 15 pips. Anna should have got 15 pips easily. 10 or 15 pips, whatever you chose. So there we go. Day's done for me. Um, I will stay on for the NASDAQ open, but I'm not going to be placing any more trades now. That's it, done. Had a decent day. Can't complain, but I will be calling it a day for me personally now. So if there is anyone that wants to add the live open on my phone, so hold, so Simon, you were listening to it on your phone and you were trying. Oh, right. Okay, I get you now. Now I get you. I was just thinking you were driving, listening to it on your phone, and then you were wondering why you didn't place the trade. But I get it. You were listening to it on your phone, and when you got back, you didn't switch over in time. Okay, so look, Nasdaq's just starting to pull back a little bit just before the open. Nice big wick up, taking out the lows. Right, DAX, we're looking for buyer candles. So that could be another, you got to wait at least another 50, well, 17 minutes. So you got 2 minutes for this 15-minute candle, and then you got another 15-minute candle. Now, one thing you can do to, yeah, right, so pound yen's moving nicely, guys. Pound yen is moving nicely, but look, it's come right into this little bit of old previous structure. So this is where I would expect to see some kind of maybe a little bit of something that pushes price back up. If it doesn't, then expect the market to just drop hard and quick. Right, let's have a little look. While that one's playing out nicely for Anna and Lola, anyone else take that trade? You must be, you must have got TP2 on that, Anna or Lola. Did you get T2 on that? So just looking at the DAX, look, these areas that we're looking to be a buyer, we need to see price come in. Doesn't need to test this area. I just want to see buyers step in. Now, if the low of this candle is formed, is broken. So let's say the market breaks the low of this 15-minute candle. Those that want to preempt an outside candle could put a buy stop above the 15-minute high. Because if it breaks the low, the likelihood of it breaking the high is pretty small. But if it does, the likelihood of it pushing up towards its old highs is pretty good. So, but if it doesn't break the lows, then don't place an order above the highs. That's for sure. You want to wait for the 15-minute candle to close bullish. Mm, let's have a look, see what's going on with the DAX. DAX, NASDAQ even. Okay, pound yen, are you locking profits, guys? So 15-minute is now creating a top wick. If the 15-minute breaks the lows, depending where your stop loss is already, you can put your stop loss. So look, I'll show you what I mean. So you've had a close below. Now, anyone else? There's only 18 pips. So I wouldn't be looking at adding in here because you're a lot closer to support at 18, 19 pips than you are from where we should have taken the trade at 32 pips. So the downside is much greater than the upside. So don't look at adding in here. But because it's creating a top wick, if price then breaks a low, you move your stop above the high of this candle. Okay? That's if you're still in the trade. Um, and the amount of position you should have in here should be significantly reduced. I would expect you've already scaled out twice by now. Um, right, guys, I think, in all honesty, I'm going to wrap up now because I've got a few things that I need to do. And I'm not going to be placing any more trades. But if you do have any questions about any charts you want to have a look at, we took pound yen nicely, well, I got, what was it, 10 pips. I lost 6 on the first one. Uh, so, so, so there we go. So, we're at 1562 for the day. Nice for 50.78 on pound yen. So what do we end up? We sold at 194.13. Yeah, we got exactly 10 pips. So that's how I finished up anyway. Right, guys. On that note, I'm going to say cheerio. Have a great day. We'll see you, members. I'll see you at 7 a.m. tomorrow for our Zoom call. If there is anyone that's new in here and would like to be part of the community or speak to me about anything that happens within the community, the services, etc., drop me an email to mark@tradeandtrain.com. And if you have just recently jumped into the chat, don't forget that there's only 6 days left um, to register and apply for the competition at instantfxcapital.com. So if you want a funded account and you want to be in the chance of winning a 5K instant funded account that you can trade all the way up to 100K, then just click on that link that I've just put in the chat right now. Apply your deposit levels, the smallest being 300, the biggest being 5,000. That can take you up to 1 million. 300 can take you up to 60K. 1,000 can take you up to 200K. 2.5K can take you up to 500K. So they're the instant funded. There's no challenges. There's no daily drawdown limits. There's holding over the weekend. You can trade through news. Literally, it's the best trading conditions there are out there for traders. Very, very lenient, very, very flexible. So if you want to get involved with your chance of winning a 5K to 100K account on the 31st of March, just click that link and apply now. Okay, guys, on that note, I'm going to say cheerio. It's been a good session, a little bit quiet, but very happy with it. Thanks for the interaction. And please, guys, I really, really appreciate you commenting and liking. It helps with helps with the algorithm, brand awareness, whatever you want to call it. For me to keep doing these live streams for you guys, then I would just like one thing from you, and that's if you do enjoy it, just comment, enjoyed the session. If you didn't enjoy it, say didn't like the session, just honest comments, please, honest feedback, so that if people are looking at these videos, they can get a feel of what it's like. So, I'm going to keep doing the live streams. All I ask from you is if you do attend, just please comment below um, and like it and share it if you can. So thanks, guys. Take care. Yeah, exactly. Always next time. One trade, one win. Yeah, so remember, this is the chat, guys. If you comment in the chat, people, obviously, they'll see that if they're watching it, but the comment section underneath the video once it's posted, that's really, really important as well. And please remember to like any of the live streams you've watched, only if you've enjoyed it, that is.